Hello dear viewers, a very warm welcome to our channel. It's very good to have you here. In this video we are going to have a look at how to inspect the oil pressure switch. This is a typical oil pressure switch. It is going to be mounted on the cylinder block by this screw. This will be mounted on the cylinder block, and then it will connect to the oil gallery, oil passage, and it will detect if there is any oil pressure in the main oil gallery or not. This will be grounded by connecting this, by screwing this to the engine block and oil gallery. So the outer body will be grounded, and this black part is an insulator, and then in the middle, if you see that screw, that is a contact point. So we will have a positive line coming from the warning light. The oil, low pressure oil warning light will be connected to get ground through this. Now if there is no oil pressure, the contact points in here, they get closed. With low oil pressure, the points inside the oil pressure switch are closed. For example, when the engine is stopped, or when the oil pressure in the oil gallery is small. When the oil pressure is very low, the contact point will remain closed. This will cause the charge warning lamp to be illuminated because it will get ground. So electricity will pass through the charge warning lamp, and then it will come to the center terminal of the oil pressure switch. And then if the contact points are closed, it will get grounded through the outer housing. Now, what will happen when the oil pressure increases? When the engine is started and the oil pressure rises higher than the predetermined value, the pressure acts on the diaphragm inside here, and then it will separate the switch. It will open the switch. The oil pressure switch will be opened. This will cause the point to open, and the warning lamp will not be grounded, and that will turn off the low pressure warning light. Now, how can you inspect operation of this? It's a very simple procedure. With no oil pressure supplied here, there has to be continuity between this center terminal and the body. But when pressure is exerted, when some sort of pressure is applied here, there should be no continuity. Let's go ahead and do that test. You need a very simple multimeter for this test. Let's go ahead and use this conventional multimeter to do the test. Put it on continuity. You can put it on the continuity right here. And then when there is continuity between the terminals, as you can see, there is a beeping noise. Now let's go ahead and insert this probe on the center terminal. And then when we touch the ground, there should be continuity. See? This means the contact points are closed. This is what we want. When there is no pressure applied to this passage, there has to be continuity. Great. Now let's go ahead and apply oil pressure by using this oil can so that we can see if the switch starts to operate normally. Now when pressure is applied here, the contact has to be interrupted, and there should be no continuity. Let's go ahead and do that test. Insert one terminal here, the other on the body ground. We should get that beeping. Now let's go ahead and apply some oil. Let's go ahead and apply oil pressure. When oil pressure is applied, it should stop. See? Look, let me apply pressure. See? So this is a simple method of inspecting whether the contact points in here are functional or not. You can do this by using an oil spray gun of this kind. You can use an oil gun. You can use a syringe. Any ordinary syringe. You can apply pressurized oil in here by using syringe. And then sometimes you can even use some very soft material, insert it in here and press it on the diaphragm. Take care of, make sure that you are not using sharp objects that can damage the diaphragm, but by using simple soft material, insert it in here, and when you push it, the continuity has to be interrupted. When you let go, it should have continuity. Let's go ahead and do that test. Let's go ahead and use a cylinder from the pen. Let's press it with this. This is a rubber material. We hope it doesn't damage the diaphragm. Insert it in here and push the assembly up. Let's go ahead and do the test. Put one terminal here and then connect the other terminal to the ground. See, when it is pushed up, there is no continuity. Look, no continuity here. There is continuity. Let's apply pressure. See, when it is pushed, there is no continuity. This is just similar to when oil pressure is acting on the diaphragm. When there is sufficient pressure, it will push it. When there is low pressure, the contact will close again. Let's push it once more. See? So by this way, you can inspect operation of the oil pressure switch. Always make sure that the oil pressure switch is functioning normally. This is a very crucial component because it will tell you if there is sufficient oil circulating in the engine or not. If there is no sufficient oil circulation inside the engine is going to seize. That will cause a very costly repair down the line. So always make sure that the oil pressure switch is working normally or not. Usually what will happen is over time the diaphragm might get damaged. Impurities that get in here might damage the diaphragm, and that will cause damage to the oil pressure switch. They usually don't fail, but if it fails, it is usually the diaphragm that goes bad, and sometimes the contact point might fail as well. So this is a very simple method of inspecting the oil pressure switch. If once the engine is started and the warning lamp, the low oil warning lamp remains on, always remember that there is low oil pressure and the vehicle and the engine should not be driven whatsoever. If you continue driving an engine with a low oil pressure, that will cause catastrophic engine failure. So always make sure that the lamp goes off once the engine is started. Well, the lamp should go on once you turn the ignition key to the on position. It should turn on. If the lamp does not turn on with the engine off, it means something is wrong with the circuit. Either the warning lamp is damaged or there is a problem with the switch. So always make sure that when you turn the ignition switch on, there has to be the warning lamp has to be turned on. That is an indication of the circuit function. And once the engine is started, it should go off. So if it remains on, that is a problem. If you turn the ignition switch on and the warning lamp doesn't come on, that is also another indication of a problem. So always make sure that it is functioning in a normal function. When you turn the ignition switch on, warning lamp will come on, and once the engine is started, after a very few seconds, it should go off. That is a normal function of the low oil pressure indicator. This is how you can inspect the low oil pressure switch. And some of the pressure switches, they have a variable resistor inside. So depending on the oil pressure that is acting on the diaphragm, it might display some amount of pressure on your dashboard. But most commonly, the vehicles are using the on-off type switch. But in some cases, there are vehicles using a display of oil pressure. In that case, you will have a variable resistor and the resistance value varies depending on the oil pressure. Well, dear viewers, that is all we have for you regarding how to inspect the oil pressure switch. If you like this video, please smash the like button. If you find it helpful, do share it with friends. And if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications so that you will be the first to get notified whenever we come up with another video. Until then, stay safe.